Well, my name is Keith, and I actually grew up in the Pentecostal church. My dad was a preacher, so we knew about it, but nothing like it is right now. It's so strong right now, especially in this church. I walk in the door and I can feel God. But I joined the military in '78, so I ran from God for 40 years. And I was getting convicted so bad. And I was talking to my little sister, and so somehow she got hold of he died. Anyway, they got hold of Brother Hosmer, Brother Doan, sorry. And he got hold of Brother Hosmer, and Brother Hosmer got hold of Brother Cole. And Brother Cole called me on the phone, and I live way up north on the island. And so Brother Cole got hold of me, and he called, and we met at Jusco up in Nago. And so they told me where they lived, and I started going to the house once a week. We was having prayer meeting with Brother Cole, Sister Stacy, Brother and Sister Hosmer. And I was just feeling it so strong. Finally, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I came here, and standing right there, I got the Holy Ghost. And that's how strong that God's presence was to me, that God wanted me in his house. So I've been in it ever since, and I was in October 2017. And it's been up and down, but that's the way it is in the life. And sometimes I get weak, and then I'm right back in here. I'm strong again, and that's just trials that we go through. But I try to be a blessing to people, and he's changed my life so much. I was a biker. I rode a Harley over here for 25 years, and I was president the last 2 years. But I just kept getting convicted, and finally I just quit the club. I turned my colors in, and my whole club was mad at me because you're president, you don't do that. But I was getting convicted already, and I have no regrets because I don't miss it. And I still had my Harley for probably another year, and then one day me and my wife was riding down the road, and something in my left ear says, "Sell your bike." So I jumped, because it was just like me and you talking. So I jumped and turned around and said, "What?" And of course, there's nobody there. And my wife said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, somebody just told me to sell my bike." And I said, "So I got to sell it." And we went straight. We was almost at the Harley dealer at the time anyway. So we went there, and she talked to them, and they said, "Yeah, we'll buy it back," because it was brand new. It wasn't even a year old yet. So they bought it back, and it only cost me $1,000. And it was a 2010 Fat Boy. But bought it back, and the reason I know that it was God, because I never missed it. And that's God, because I rode for 25 years over here. And being in the motorcycle clubs, I was looking for something. And so I got the Holy Ghost, and I'm trying as hard as I can, and he's changed me so much. Of course, I used to cuss. I used to drink. I used to drink every week because I owned 8 clubs. At the time I did. I don't own nothing anymore. But even my fingernails, God made me quit chewing on my fingernails. I used to get spankings because I was biting my fingernails so bad. But when I got the Holy Ghost, I quit. I actually got fingernails. But he changed my voice. My voice used to be deeper. And to me now, I'm like my dad was, because my dad had a soft voice. And I think that's, what it was. It was God changing me. So I try to do what I can do for God, and I always pray. I pray twice a day, 3 times a day. But I read the Bible every day. 99% of the time I'm reading the Bible. And I just, want God to use me. And I ask God when I pray, and God, what can I do for you? Whew. I'm trying not to cry. But I'm old. I'm already 67 years old, and I don't know how much time I got left, but that's up to God. But I'm trying to get my family in church. And, she's Japanese, and they don't believe nothing that I believe. But I'm still trying. And, we've been married 28 years. And her mom has never talked to me about church. But the other day, maybe a week and a half ago, she looked at me and she says, pray for me. Which I about fell on the floor because never would have thought that come from her. So, and I says, I always pray for you. And I really do. I pray for her every day. She's 83 years old. And but for her to say that to me, God's talking to her, I think. So I hope I can be a blessing to him. I'm trying. But we're supposed to anyway. That's my prayer before I go. Let me have my family sitting in here with me at church and my wife's mom. That's just my dream, my goal, my wish, to God, and that's why I pray like I pray, and I just want to be better. So that's all. Thank you.